Assalamu alaikum and good morning, students. Hope you all are fine by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's start our today's lecture. Take out your general science book, open Unit 9, Life Cycle of a Flowering Plant. Think back. You have studied the life cycle of animals. But what about plants? What do you think their life cycles are? Like animals, all plants have young which inherit their characteristics. Many characteristics are transferred from parents to their young. Let's see one of the ayah from Quranic Park, and this ayah is been taken from Surah Qaf. And the tall palm trees having flowers, spikes piled one above another. It means आयत मुबारका का मफ़हूम है और खजूर के दरख्त लंबे लंबे जिनका गुच्छा होता है तह ब तह। A mango plant grows only from its kernel, rice from the seed of rice, and sunflower and rose plants grow from the seeds of sunflowers and roses respectively. Like animals, plants also have a life cycle. Do you know what is life cycle? A cycle is something that happens over and over again. The life cycle of a plant describes all the stages in its life. Let's observe different stages of a flowering plant life cycle. The sunflower is a flowering plant. It bears flowers which contain seeds. The life cycle stages are seed, infant plant, growth, and flower. Life cycle of a sunflower plant. A new cycle of life starts from a seed. To start a new cycle, a seed needs air, water, and sunlight. Seeds often fall off the flower into the soil. Sometimes they are carried away by wind, water, or animals. Humans also plant seeds in the soil, and a seed takes 2 to 10 days to germinate or to start. A tiny plant grows from its seed. It has a very small stem with small leaves growing on it. At this stage, the infant plant gets food from the seed. The plant starts to grow tall. More roots grow to help the plant take in water from the soil. It begins to grow branches and leaves that help to make food. Buds also start to form. Buds grow into flowers and flowers develop seeds inside them. This was the life cycle stages of a sunflower plant. Let's see the growth of a seed. First, seeds are planted in the soil, and after that, about 2 to 10 days, a little plant starts to grow. And after some days, it becomes a new plant. Let's see the life cycle of a rose plant. A rose plant can be grown from seeds or by grafting. A rose plant undergoes the following stages of development during its life cycle. like this. These are the different stages of the life cycle of a rose plant. Rose plants are usually grown by grafting, which is considered the best way of cultivation. And what is grafting? Grafting is a form of production in which parts of two young plants are joined together by artificial means. Look at this picture. A 15 to 20 centimeter long stick with buds on it is cut from the stem of the rose plant. This small grafted stick is fixed in the soil and provided with conditions necessary for growth. And after some time, the stem begins to grow from the graft and leaves begin to grow on the stem. And their number increases with the growth of the plant. And in the last, at first a bud appears on the rose plant. This bud gradually develops into a complete rose flower. Rose seeds develop inside this flower. Do you know there are over 100 species of the rose plant? Species means kinds or types. It means there are over 100 types of the rose plant. Okay, let's see what we have learned in this chapter and what points are to be remembered. Some plants start their lives as seed. The seed germinates into an infant plant within 2 to 10 days after it is planted. Seeds are formed inside the flower. And grafting is considered the best way of cultivation. The rose plant is produced by grafting. I hope you all have understood the complete unit. Now it's your homework is to read Unit 9 Life Cycle of a Flowering Plant thoroughly at your homes.